Welcome. This is Sister Sharice, and you're here at Dawkins Enterprise. Thank you for stopping by. I always desire to remain in my highest vibration. I'm grateful to the Most High, my ancestors, my spirit guides, and the angels and archangels who are forever in my surroundings, protecting me at guard at all times. Spirit keep wanting me to talk about the days of my youth. And of course, Leo season is swiftly approaching us. Leo season, I have begun my celebration as I always do. July 15th to August 15th or 20th or 21st, however I do that. But in celebration, I cannot help but think about my mother, of course. And as we finish up this series on relationships, you know, that's the first relationship that you have in this life with your mother. My mother and I were born 7 days apart, and we have a lot of similar characteristics. I remember the first year I worked at the illustrious Charles Sumner High School. I was walking down the hallway, and somebody said, "Dawkins?" And I turned around, and it was a woman who I never knew. I never knew her before. And I turned, she said, "You got to be Conchita's daughter, the way you just turned around like that." And she was the school nurse. And I became acquainted with her. I used to visit in her office, and she would talk to me, you know. My mother had not too long ago passed. I started teaching 2004-2005 school year. My mother died in 2000. From 2000 to 2003, I was played in the probate court. It was a very draining situation. I hired lawyers, and they was down at first. Everything was going, boom, they started acting crazy. They switched up on me. Started talking other than what they were talking when we were on the same page. So I had to fire him. I got another lawyer talking, you know, they get paid. They take money. And anyway, they told me it was the end because what I did, I quit hiring lawyers. I started going and doing my own research and entering my own pleas and declarations and letters of inquiry and show me the assets. What? Give me the documents. I know it was there. I seen it before. I seen it before. You cannot unsee something that you've seen already. You cannot erase an experience. So anyway, I'm to the lawyer like, "What's up?" He like, "You need to go to adult abuse court." I done fought and I done fought. I'm spending money. Because they took the insurance policy, but I had the opportunity to pay up another policy that they didn't know about and get it. They would have rather that I had not had that. So I was depressed. I was very depressed. And the gentleman who I was counting on turned out that I really couldn't count on him. So I decided, a friend of mine, and of course I've been told I use that word too strongly, but a friend of mine said, Sharice, I understand how it is to lose your mother, because I lost my mother as well. But your daughter hasn't lost her mother. And with everything I had, I got up. And I got up. And I kept going. I had to be a mother. I had to take care of her. I had to not look on these circles they keep trying to run me in. It's not how it should be. But anyway, my mother, 7 days apart. We were a lot alike. I think of her every day. I meditate, Now, my mother has distinctive everything, you understand? Her voice, her handwriting, the way she looked at you, her depth. I miss our conversations, She didn't fully understand me, but she accepted me. She encouraged me to be me. That's why I do it. Even if I am not in alignment to what another person may be on, you got to be you, because how else are you going to learn the lessons? You have to go through the experience, and you have to be tested to have to make the right choice. And then you go on. But we living in a world today, things are different than the way they were when I was young. When I was young, we had a spelling bee contest, and then it was one winner. Everybody kept battling each other until somebody messed up. Boom, somebody messed up. And so there's one winner. Nowadays, we're all winners. That's what they say. We are all winners, but not in that case. If we're in a competition and everybody make a mistake and have to sit down and it's one person left standing, that is the winner. The last man standing. So, things have been misconstrued. And it has become the norm. Nobody plays fair anymore, And I guess it's been like that, but from a young person's perspective, when I was young, I always thought, that there was protection. Police, the government, But who is the government? It's a lot of different agencies, but the people that work in the agencies perform the duties. That's the government. Government. So as I reflect on these days of celebration as I approach 59, I make sure I never get depressed no more. That's for sure. Every time I get depressed, something happens twice since my mother died, when she died, and one other time. I vowed, especially when I woke up to certain things, Why would I though? Because what is that? It's like, it's not me. It don't make sense. So I'll be getting out and about these 30 days. I usually just be in. I mean, I do things. I get out. I do a few things. I take walks, go to the park. I'm going to be getting out doing some more things, extra things, because it's a celebration. Because 59, when you were younger, you look at 60 years old like it's so far away. I remember that song Prince used to sing, and we were jamming to it. Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. And 1999 seems so far away, and now it's so far behind me. But even though I have these breathing issues and this stuff going on, I'm going to take my breathing treatment, but I'm going to stay coming outside because I love it outside. I know a lot of people say I don't really come outside a lot, but they don't be seeing me when I come and go. Sometimes I drive, sometimes I walk. I've been noticing a lot of things lately. There's a shift. The little minions kind of done bagged up some. It's why I don't come on here and talk. And I meant to just say one thing. But it's a celebration. 1999. That's when my great-grandmother died. '98. She died in '98. She was 98 years old. She was born in 1900. She said she taught us how to do a lot of things. She lived a long life. I listened to everything she said. A lot of people didn't have a great-grandmother. I didn't know my grandmother. But me and my mother did everything together. We traveled. It was me and her. I'm grateful to have had a mother like mine. Nobody's perfect. We did not get along a lot of times. I wouldn't trade her for the world. Opposites attract likes. That's me and my mama. It was different generations. That's how I know now with the young people. It's a whole different generation. Trying to talk about how I did it. It's like a foreign language because nothing is like that anymore. Like I was telling my mother, it's not like that out here. I was telling her. And she listened. We listen to each other. It's important to listen in relationships. You know, and hear after you listen. You know, people are like, I hear you, but they hadn't even listened first. After you listen, then hear it, consider, ponder over all aspects, how a person may have, you know, how they share their, what they feel about the situation. It's late. I'm outside. And I really didn't intend to talk this long. I was going to do like a little 3-minute. But I'll be up. You know. Writing, doing, planning. Thinking. Yeah. But I'm going to start getting up early. And give me some early sunlight. Early sunlight. I haven't been drinking too much water today. I've been at work. I've been working a lot lately, and now it's going to be regular again, so I haven't been posting like my plan is. But I'm here now, y'all. I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to do some lives, but I don't know. I was going to do live now, but I don't know. I hit the record button, and here we are. I'm very tired. I've got a lot to do, but I can't do it tonight. I gotta go lay down. But I wanted to say, don't take your relationships for granted. I never knew or thought that at 33 years of age, I would lose my mother. I ain't worried about, you know, no other relationship is like the one you have with your mother. Even if it, like, cause me and my mother, it be a lot of times where I was like, And no, we wouldn't yell and holler. We wasn't like that. We would agree to disagree. And okay, I'll talk to you later. And just, we don't call, she don't call me, I don't call her. But Spirit, and I'm so grateful, the Spirit said, call your mother. I'm like, but she this and she, call your mother. And I was obedient. And I'm so grateful because what if I hadn't called? And I was trying to be mad or whatever. Well, something that don't even matter no more. I went back. I always kept relationship with my mother. No matter what. And so, as I start my celebration, I've already started. Think about it. We used to travel, especially the month of August, every year. Me and her. But anyway, I'm gonna get on off of here. Relationships. I got some appointments I gotta get to and stuff. Some interviews coming up, so subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Share it to some of your friends. You know, they messing with my numbers, so one day is this many subscribers, the next day is -1, -2. Let's hit the subscribe button, y'all. Help me accomplish my next goal. You know, my mother always told me, Sharice, everybody has their own agenda. And my father always said, everything that's supposed to happen, happens. Until we meet again. Ashe.